I'm never drinking again. Put a hurting on my credit card. I must have bought tequila shots for everybody at the bar. Well, I finally learned my lesson. Seen the neon light on Sunday morning. Saved no more Saturday nights. I mean it this time, at least until next weekend. I swear I'm never drinking again.
What's up, humans? Today on the Windy City Joe's podcast, we are joined by a very special human. His name is Levi Hummon, and he is here tonight performing at Joe's on Weed Street.
Yes.
Welcome to Chicago, man.
I thought you were going to call me Levi Hummon for a second.
Levi Hummon. I mean, it wouldn't be the first name I've butchered.
Yeah.
But, you know, well, welcome to Chicago, man.
Thanks so much. We just got in about 5 seconds ago, so appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate you sitting down with us on such short notice. Where'd you all come from?
We just got back from Minneapolis last night.
How's that?
It was so fun. That was only my second time ever in Minneapolis. The last time I was there was open for Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh, okay.
So Kelsey's like one of my good friends, and it's been a hot minute though. So it was good to get back.
Got you. What's it been like touring with Roman?
It's been great. We are troublemakers, I feel like, a little bit.
Yeah.
We're bad for each other, but no, it's been so fun. It's interesting because this is his first real tour, and getting to watch him kind of grow as the tour goes on has been awesome. And then for me, it's been 2 years since I've been hardcore touring, just because the world as it is.
Right.
So it's good to get back in the groove and feel good again and get music out to my fans.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're born and raised in Nashville.
Yep.
So
Hometown.
you're just all around music your whole life.
Yeah. So my dad's a songwriter. He wrote songs like Blessed Broken Road and Cowboy Take Me Away. So I grew up just around awesome musicians, awesome songwriters, awesome artists, and just kind of took it in, and it became part of my DNA. And I kind of ran from it for forever. I didn't know I wanted to be in music, and then eventually got dumped, and then music started coming out.
Yeah.
Those goddamn girls.
I know, girl problems, man.
I mean, having a dad being a songwriter, I feel like the only way to rebel against that kind of parent would be to not do music.
Right.
So
he honestly didn't make me want to do it, because I mean he kind of was like, do sports, do anything but music. You don't want this.
Yeah.
Even though he was very successful, I think he had a lot of heartbreaks in his career. He had nine record deals that didn't work out. And so I think he just is he's very protective of music and didn't necessarily want us to do it. But as I kind of pursued it, he was kind of my first champion and the first person that kind of walked me through how it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and also kudos to him for not shoving it down your throat. No, you need to do this.
Right.
It's what I do. I'm successful in it, you know, and all that, and just kind of giving you the freedom to do whatever you want.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just glad it's not a family business, but now it's become one.
Right.
And then my other two younger brothers, they're both very creative, but they don't do music either. I wish they did it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm more yo, guys, why do you not do music? You have every opportunity. You're in Nashville. You guys are obviously talented. But no, it's just how it works, and we just all follow our hearts.
Gotcha. What do they do?
So my middle brother is a painter.
Okay.
He's incredible. He actually got to paint John Prine's portrait. And it's one of the most amazing things. It's called Caney. It's Caney Hummon Art, which is Caney.
Okay.
Hummon Art, and it's incredible. And then my younger brother is in college.
Gotcha.
Kind of figuring out his life.
His wife is an artist in the house, so
awesome,
it's whenever we need some cool shit, we're just hey, we need this painted.
That's
or
nice.
We need a logo, or all that. So it is cool. So yeah, your dad Marcus, awesome songwriter, obviously. And then I found out your story about your not come to Jesus moment, but your defining moment of all right, I'm going to do school was
right.
You were in college, just broke up, and put some words together and played it on a guitar, and then you would send your dad the lyrics.
Yeah.
And we're hey, are these good, or what do you think?
So for my high school graduation present, I got a guitar. And it just sat in my closet for basically 2 years at college. And I never really touched it. And then all of a sudden I went through this breakup, and I never left my dorm for about 3 months and just wrote songs over and over and over again about this breakup. It was just straight up Taylor Swift teardrops on my guitar. And I would send these basically started songs to my dad back in Nashville and be are these even good? Should I keep pursuing this?
Yeah.
And he was if you're going to write songs, you're going to sit in your dorm and you're not going to do your schoolwork, you might as well just come to Nashville and pursue it. So I transferred to Belmont, and then within 6 months got my first publishing deal with a guy named Desmond Child, who wrote Living on a Prayer and Dude Looks Like a Lady and Living the Vida Loca and a bunch of crazy songs. So
So, like back to that college dorm moment, I'm guessing you had an idea of how to write songs because of your father's influence.
Yeah.
And then did he ever tell you like this is good or this is shit? Or was it just
he would
like,
be
hey,
this
listen,
is
like,
so shitty.
Oh.
Yeah, he would definitely say that. Almost like Dad, come on, give me like some kind of nice thing.
Right,
to say.
right.
No, but it's weird because like growing up, I would listen to like The Clash. I would listen to like EDM music. I would listen to everything. And then when I would touch a guitar, it would sound like a Rascal Flatts song.
Gotcha.
And I was like, this is definitely just because I've just heard it my whole life. Like I was like, I know what a first verse is. I know what a chorus is. I know how to make it hit. And so it just was kind of in my DNA.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Something you have in common with us, kind of, but not really,
Tell me.
is your first tour was with Michael Ray, and he
Yeah.
was actually our first interview here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah, I think our last night on that tour was actually at Joe's on Wheat Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
crazy to think because that was 2017. And now I'm like headlining at Joe's on Wheat Street, which is like been 3 or 4 years. So
How's that feel?
feels awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, like today, like we've been like grinding on the road for 10 days straight. And today I woke up after all this grinding and I was like, I'm not tired today. I'm like just stoked. I'm just stoked to be back in Chicago. Chicago is my favorite city by far. I've played here. I think this is my 18th time here.
Wow.
So I love Chicago. And I'm just curious if people are going to come out tonight because like I don't know what the COVID world is here or whatever, but I feel like it should be a good time.
Oh, Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I would say Chicago's woken up
yeah.
from like a year ago for
Dope.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minneapolis wasn't not that way.
Really?
It was like still very like everything was very, very strict, which is like understandable and everything. I just was like when is it going to get back to normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I hear you.
I mean, like a little bit strict. I mean, on like, just like masks and stuff. But
Yeah.
Other than that,
Can't take you seriously.
in the suit. Yeah. This is the only
I
clean
kinda like the
clothes
suit.
I had. Yeah.
He's
was like,
going to a wedding
I have
later
to go to a
today.
wedding
I
after.
think you should rock the suit more often. It's kind of a vibe.
Ah, thanks, man. Thanks, man. I was gonna wear a white shirt and a black tie, and I was just gonna tell people I'm auditioning for a Book of Mormon after this. So I was like,
Hey, there's something to be said about like interviewers that have a suit on. I mean, that's kind of like the whole sports world.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I normally have like a flannel on though for these, so like this is gonna be crazy when our viewers watch this. They're gonna be like, "Why is he in a suit?" Like, but now they know.
Yeah.
I'm going to a wedding.
You're going to a wedding.
Yeah.
You're not even going to come to the show?
Nah, I can't. I have to like.
You have to go.
I have to go to a wedding. But
Well,
it
now
was-
we're not friends. So.
I'm
drink
sorry,
more.
man. Yeah, I know, right? I'm also and I woke up drunk this morning, so I'm like, it's just been a crazy day.
Well, I'm proud of you for that too.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have you had, since being in Chicago so much, have you had deep dish? Have you done any touristy things?
I've done the Bean.
Overrated or not?
I kind of liked it, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, it's worth going to once.
Yeah.
I have mostly just been at Joe's on Wheat Street and Joe's at Rosemont and then Bub City. And so I got all those things in the Carols. Been there
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You gotta get the chicken sandwich
Yeah.
at Carol's. You ever have that?
Yeah, I did. And then I also had Windy City Smokeout.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got to try a bunch of barbecue
Yeah.
there. It was awesome. But I think my favorite Chicago experience was my last time playing Lake Shake back when that was a thing.
What?
And it was like me, Hardy, Matt Stone, all these different
Oh,
artists. And it was
wow.
like all of us kind of coming up together. And it was just such a badass show. I mean, I'm so sad they shut down Lake Shake. It was my favorite
I was
festival.
gonna say I've never heard of that. I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is.
So Lake Shake was one of those Live Nation festivals. It was right on the lake, right by Soldier Field.
That sounds amazing.
I'll share a pic with y'all so you can
Oh
see.
my
Like we
God.
literally packed out the tent, like 3,000 people. It was insane.
Matt Stell will be here next week. Do you have any dirt on him that we should ask him about?
No.
You didn't think about it though.
Honestly, I had a good experience with Matt Stone once, which was he hadn't released "Pray for You" yet, hadn't released any songs, and he was actually at my parents' house with my dad, and my dad was trying to like start a trio with
Yeah.
him. It wasn't him, but it was Charlie Berry, my buddy, a guy named Chris Roberts, and Matt Stell. And Matt Stell was just like in the room, just hanging out, and they were like thinking about doing a trio, or my dad was just like kind of messing with it, and then like I think like a month later, Matt put out "Pray for You," and then
Gotcha.
Bye-bye.
Took off there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. Speaking of absolute bangers, Paying For It with Walker Hayes.
yes, sir.
What was it like working with Walker and writing
Dude,
with him?
that was our first write together, and it was funny. Like the song was so good coming out of the write that we were like, "Who's gonna cut this? Is it gonna be Jake Owen? Is it gonna be Walker? Is it gonna be Levi?" Like we couldn't figure out who was gonna like actually sing the song.
Yeah.
And then Walker was like, "Man, I just released 6 different songs. He just put out the Country Stuff EP. He's like, it will be another 4 or 5 months before I put it out." I was like, "I'm gonna put this out right now. Like I love this song."
Right.
And Walker was like, yo, I'll feature on it, whatever. I was like, okay. And then, of course, 3 days later, he does the Dance to Fancy Like, and then everything just like explodes for him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a perfect time to have Walker Hayes on a song. Like, can't imagine a better time.
Yeah.
And so that was just a blessing, honestly. I didn't see that coming. There was no plan for it. And that's kind of like when the best things happen.
Yeah, I hear you. The music video is pretty hilarious too. It's just you two chilling behind a lemonade stand.
Yeah. So I like woke up from a dream, like after we like wrote the song, and I was like, the music video has to be a lemonade stand. I don't know what it was. It was like a rigor mortis, like wake up, just like lemonade stand. And I think we're gonna do probably another music video, like a official one, where it's like more kind of like a storytelling thing. But this just felt cool, and Walker's such like an awesome person to work with. He was like, dude, just use me and abuse me as much as you want to make the song hit. And I was like, all right, you said it. So
yeah, you said it, not me. Let's get that clear. You said it.
All right, well, yeah, let's do this.
And then him and his daughter Leela did the dance, like made up a dance on TikTok, which was pretty dope.
Yeah. How is your puppy? I'm guessing not a puppy now. Tahoe doing?
So Tahoe is the old dog that got taken by an ex-girlfriend. So
no,
there's another one. Her name is Loretta Lynn.
Loretta Lynn.
And Loretta Lynn is incredible. Tahoe is no longer my friend. So
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That's
the funny thing is that she has the dog and it's named after my car because I have a Chevy Tahoe.
Okay.
So, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I literally.
So I live in her head rent free. So
there you go. Yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like the car, and he goes, and he was like, yeah, or like the place.
No, it's the car because I drive a Tahoe.
That's
but no, Loretta Lynn actually is my dog that I got during COVID. I rescued her from she was like in a squirrel hunting like cage basically.
Oh my god.
Like was just like forced to hunt raccoons and squirrels.
Yeah.
And picked her up on the side of the road in Leapers Fort, Tennessee. And so we're like best of buds. I actually have her name tattooed like all over across my arm here.
That's awesome. Yeah. Does she still like go hunting? Like if she sees something?
she's like totally
just chill.
She's very spoiled. Let's just put it that way.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of questions about Nashville because we might just have some interest in living there one day.
Awesome.
And have you heard of Santa's Pub?
Yes. I actually live right by there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Over in Berry Hill.
How is it?
It's great. You want the honest opinion?
Yes.
All right. So I love Santa's Pub. I love karaoke. It's like one of my low-key like favorite things to do. I don't know why, because it's like my job, but I still like just like doing karaoke.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's like the one moment where it doesn't matter.
Right.
I can just actually do music and be like drunk and whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
But Santa's Pub used to be straight up a double wide trailer, and like the ceiling was like 2 feet tall, so you have to duck under it and like hang out there.
Okay.
But now it's kind of like popular, so they kind of made it like a little nicer. And I like the grodier, kind of more divey vibe in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still so cool. I mean, I ran into every single artist in there.
Well, the reason why I bring it up was it was Cooper Allen said that because we're a fan of like divey and just rusty old places.
Yeah.
So we're like, where is that in Nashville? And he mentioned Santa's Pub. But do you have any other recommendations of just super divey, low key that we may even beep out?
This is like a very, very secret place in Nashville, like pretty much locals only. But it's called The Villager. And it's in Hillsborough Village. And when you turn 21, if you're like a local Nashville kid, you go to The Villager and they give you a dog bowl. And it's like a huge plastic dog bowl, and there's just names engraved in the side of it. It's probably where COVID started, honestly, this dog bowl, because they just basically give you the dog bowl and they fill it up with a pitcher of beer, and then you like chug out of the dog bowl when you turn 21.
That's awesome.
And so my name's engraved in, all my brother's names. I think they have to do a new dog bowl every once in a while. So I'm not sure. I'm 30 now, so I'm not sure if it's still there, but it used to be there.
Yeah.
And my parents even did it back in the day. My mom did it.
So it's been around that long.
Yeah. And so the place, it's like yellow from the amount of cigarette smoke that has been in there for like the longest time.
See, that's
it's
what I'm
like
talking
still
about.
trapped.
Yeah.
Like you got to shut the door quick behind you like a sauna.
It was nasty. And you smell like it for years. I mean, it doesn't get off you. It's actually right next to Pancake Pantry.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all ever heard of that place.
No.
It's like the most famous pancake place in Nashville. And there's like a line always like around the entire block, but it's like right across from there is The Villager.
See, we were worried about like if we do move, it's like, oh, we're going to lose out on so much good food because Chicago has like everything. But I mean, if you guys have good pancakes, then
yeah, you're set on pancakes. Honestly,
live off pancakes.
Straight up, Nashville is like, that is the one, like, I don't like how Nashville has like just, it doesn't look like it did when I was a kid. But the food there is just incredible now. I mean, you can't go wrong in Nashville with food.
what do you like? What do you miss about Nashville as a kid, like compared to now?
I feel like Nashville was just so small towny growing up. Like everybody, like you walk down the sidewalk, people say hi, like that whole vibe, and you know everybody.
Yeah.
And now it just feels like a big city. So I miss that a little bit. I feel like the music industry as a whole, it's like Music Row used to be a thing, like where there's freaking a row and every label was all in this one street. And now it's becoming like apartments and whatever else. So you kind of lose the ambiance of like this music town.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shifting more a little bit in a lot of ways to like the Broadway scene.
Yeah.
Which is just everybody just gets there, gets drunk for 3 days and then leaves. And I just think there's so much more to Nashville than just like getting super drunk on Broadway, just as a local. And I'm only saying it like literally because I'm born and raised from there. And a lot of people love it. And I do love people like coming to Nashville, but it has lost a little bit of the kind of intimacy of it.
Well, I went to Nashville once for like a night.
Yeah.
And I don't remember
Exactly.
anything in Nashville. Like, I remember we saw
I do that
good
in Nashville
music.
and I live there. So it's perfect. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you just, it's perfect.
I will say this though, like I do love the occasional just throw down on Broadway night. Like once a month for me is good. But everybody likes going to like the bigger bars like Jason Aldean's and Whiskey Row and stuff. But I have a favorite bar there, which is Nashville Underground. And they have this like light up neon dance floor at the very top floor. And it's my vibe. If you like want to catch me on Broadway, I'll probably be on the dance floor and at Nashville Underground.
Yeah. I might have gone there.
You might have.
I might have.
Who knows?
might have.
Sounds like a ball.
Yeah. It was a good time. Oh yeah. So okay, man, we hit that.
We hit everything.
Yeah,
man.
we hit everything.
We hit it all.
Yeah. Do you have any
hit that,
questions
y'all.
for us?
Yeah. Are you guys going to bring friends to the show tonight? I know you're not coming. So
I know. I was sorry. I'm so sorry.
These are my friends.
these are your friends. Perfect.
Yeah, we only have each other.
Well, you guys
so-
can throw down with us tonight then.
But yeah, I'll be working tonight, so I'll be here.
Yes, sir.
If I get cut early though, then we're partying.
Are you guys local Chicago people?
I'm
Yeah.
from like 3 hours south. He's from like right across the border in
Yeah.
Indiana.
Cool.
But
Have y'all ever been to Boondocks in Springfield, Illinois?
no.
So this is an old like country venue that I used to play a bunch. I actually got to open up for Montgomery Gentry there, Dan and Shay, Sam Hunt,
Holy
a bunch of different places.
Damn.
It's only like it's a few hours away.
Yeah.
But it's like the most country ass venue ever. And it was like my favorite venue to play. And I think now it got sold to something, but second to Joe's, that was my other favorite place.
It's called Boondocks.
Boondocks. Yep.
That sounds like
I'm not sure if it's there anymore, but if it is, shout out to Boondocks.
shout out to Boondocks.
Illinois.
Absolutely.
Or as we say in Tennessee, Illinois.
Oh my god, that I didn't know people actually called it Illinois until
Nobody
I
actually
was in
calls
the
it.
military. It was like, yeah, people are just
Yeah.
people say Illinois. I was like, I can't believe you actually just said it. It's just
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Just like the fact it came out of your mouth is
Yeah.
insane because I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I just feel like I grew up close enough to Chicago to where I wasn't like I didn't feel like I was like Indiana born and raised. It
Right.
was like more Chicago than anything. So it was like I lived in like a suburb of Chicago that
What,
ended up being in
What's your hometown?
St. John, Indiana.
St. John. I've been there.
So yeah. We call it witness protection. Most people don't know about it, and no one's actually from there. So
Really?
like, because like technically, I'm like originally from Berwyn,
Gotcha.
and then we relocated there, and like our neighbors were from Cicero, and like I was like, is everyone just fucking from the mob?
Are you guys like fans, if you live there, of like Indiana University, or are you guys like South Bend, like Notre Dame?
More Purdue,
More Purdue.
Purdue, Notre Dame, yeah.
Well, I'm a Buckeye fan,
Okay.
and Buckeyes play Purdue today. So
Oh yeah,
right after this, I'm about to go watch the game.
How'd you become a Buckeye fan?
So the Hummon family is like originally from Ohio.
Gotcha.
And so my great grandfather all went to Ohio State University. And yeah, actually my grandfather ended up going to Michigan, which was a super weird thing, but he was still a Buckeye. So
Wow.
we all got raised that way.
Got you. Well, Levi, we appreciate you sitting down with us, man.
Thanks so much.
This was
Yeah.
awesome.
I love
and
Chicago. So
We're looking
Thanks for
forward
having
to your show tonight as well.
sir, except you won't be there,
Yeah,
but
sorry about
I forgive you.
Fucking selfish asshole.
Thank you for forgiving me.
Appreciate you, man.
What's up, y'all? I'm Levi Hummon, and this is Last Call, hanging out with your boys.
What is up, everybody? Today, I am joined by my normal brosifs for Windy City Joe's Last Call, and today we're going to be talking about Levi Hummon. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cling.
Nailed it. All right, so as
You
always,
have to drink from the table.
oh yeah.
Pinky out.
As always, ooh, that's good. I will go over some trivia and then some just general questions, and we'll wrap it up. So, first question I got for you boys is, where did Levi recommend to go in Nashville for a dive bar?
The Villager.
I was just
Boom.
going to say a bar.
Oh, well, you'd be wrong.
Wow, that was a really good, quick answer, Jackson. It's like you knew that one was coming.
No, it's just like he told it to us, and that is one of the ones I wrote down. So
There you go.
notes during the episode.
Perfect. All right.
Is
up
that the one
next-
he said he danced at?
Yeah, at the dance floor.
Or was karaoke? Or no, that was the one
No.
before.
No, he said he likes going on the strip and doing karaoke because
Yeah, 'cause,
like,
like,
it
who
just-
cares?
Yeah, no one
like a
cares.
Broadway
Karaoke.
scene
Yeah.
where Jackson goes and I go.
Yeah.
And
I will go.
you
Join
will
the
go,
club, buddy.
I will.
What is his dog's name?
Not Tahoe.
That was stolen.
Tahoe.
Correct.
Chevy. Ford.
Well, and it is named after the car,
Yep, not the place, not the lake.
place.
Or the truck.
Keep Tahoe blue.
Oh, it's an
Um,
SUV. Let's be real. It's like not a truck.
Or a car.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a
SUV.
suburban.
It's
like
smaller,
SUV.
smaller than
What does SUV stand for?
sports utility
So,
vehicle.
yeah.
All right, you fucking nerd.
I'm just saying, like,
Jackson's
I've been
on
waiting
all
for
of
that
them.
question my whole life.
He's gotten them wrong so many times in a row. He's
I'm like just
trivia
on it.
every
I'm
day.
no one's getting in front of me this time. I'm here to win today.
I'm gonna name my dog SUV.
SU.
That's not a dog. That's a sports utility vehicle.
Oh man. All right, so that's all the trivia I have on him. But segue, sweet Tahoe, no longer with him. You know, ex took him. Sad times.
That's what they do.
Yep.
They steal your dog.
So I want to know what is something that one of your exes might have taken that you want back.
My heart.
All right. Well, that was sad.
No, it's just clothes.
Clothes.
Yeah, I would say like a good hoodie.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
hoodie.
there's one I like. I lost a good pair of sweatpants.
I lost my favorite like winter beanie that I
Mm.
would just wear like every single winter, and obviously I can't.
Yeah, I lost my.
I don't have it.
I lost my wrestling team hoodie.
Yeah, it's just clothes. Nothing like super significant. And that I can remember.
Yeah.
Then it must not matter.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
over it. I
close.
honestly didn't even think about it until you brought it up.
Yeah. All right. So if you watched the episode, you know that Levi's father not Levi's father grew up, but Levi grew up with his father writing songs in Rascal Flatts, being around their home as a
Rough.
child. So I want to know what artists you guys want walking around your house growing up, knowing what you know now as an adult.
Tom Petty, Snoop Dogg, Billy Joel,
Billy Joel, that's a good one.
That is a great
and
one.
and the Blues Brothers.
Oh, the Blues Brothers. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to steal the Blues Brothers, but I would say probably Joe Walsh
Oh,
and
I just can't imagine Snoop Dogg interacting with my parents.
he just like jumps on the couch, kicks back, lights up a
Lights
blunt.
on.
yo, Michael.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yes, Mr. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, who else is it really? AC/DC would have been cool too. Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
"Yo, would you like dinner? And they're like, yeah, like,
It's like the Dave Chappelle skit with Lil Jon.
yeah, yeah. What? And what?
It's great for the podcast audience.
Yeah, that's great.
They're gonna be
really wanna
listening to
hear
it. They're
that.
like, what are they talking about?
So what they're looking forward to, what's your last words for Levi?
For Levi, I thought we had a good time with him. I feel bad I didn't get to go to a show because I had to go to a wedding.
Yeah, you're pretty selfish.
Yeah,
Selfish asshole.
Sorry about that.
Dick move right there.
I know.
But no, Levi was great. It was cool. He was cool. We're thankful for his time. Looking forward to seeing him do his karaoke in Nashville whenever we do go to the Villager.
Mm-hmm.
And up and down Broadway, and it was cool because we did forget to take a picture with him at first.
Yes,
And like
as usual.
we always do. When we flagged him down, he was like, "Yeah, no problem. Let's take one right here." So it was really
Yeah.
cool.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he was a really cool
And
guy.
second chances.
Perfect. Well, thanks
Cheers.
for coming on Woody City Joe's. This is Last Call, and I am your host, Tyler Stewart. I'll catch you next time.